It's recording.
Okay, awesome. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to
You're going to have to give us some control too then, Ed.
Easter weekend, Road to Diamond Training. And share screen.
I gotta get that.
And I've got to, welcome everybody to the is on this call because it is Easter weekend and you are here. So that says a little bit about, or a lot about, your commitment to the business and your own personal journey on the road to diamond training. Today, I just want to talk about a couple. This is interesting. This is something that I found online while I was marketing. There's a man, his name's Clayton M. Christensen. Now I have to read this because you can, I put his name down there because you can actually Google him. But he coined the phrase disruptive technology. In Wiki, this says a disruptive innovation is an innovation that creates a new market and value network and eventually disrupts an existing market and value network, displacing established market leading firms, products, and alliances. Now, what I found interesting, what I saw when I saw this is we have, there's this, wearables is a disruptive technology, but the way we're marketing it is totally unlike everyone else. So you can see at the top here where it says the most demanding use. Of course, that's where wearables are going. But look what happens with a disruptive technology. And we have disruptive method of marketing wearable technology, which is making it easy for everyone to be part of it and to make an income with it. So, I just wanted to share that and my thoughts on it because I thought that was really pretty. It's like, whoa, this is just really amazing because it's rarely that you see a demanding anything product that is unique in its field that has a marketing method such as ours. So we are in for quite a ride, guys. Now, again, I'm going to just go over little things right here. The blood glucose monitoring is coming. It's non-invasive. We spent $30 million to acquire this technology. There have been many people for years that have been trying to do this, but no one has done it successfully yet and accurately and that it works all the time. I know that Apple has been working on it. Steve Jobs was thinking about it. Who knows, maybe that came from Antonio DeRosa. This was a conversation we don't know about. But the fact of the matter is that theirs is not ready for market. And it is not stable. It does not read. Like if you do a lot of things, it freezes up their mechanism. So it doesn't work that well. And ours, especially because Mr. Fabio Gaudi is diabetic, you know that when it comes out, it is going to be spot on. And, speaking about that, 1% of diabetics alone, that's $2 billion in revenues, which is $1 billion to us. And then the micro purchasing of the app, and this is one thing that I was unable to get in the slides this morning. But as you know, we're approved. We've got this app store that we can go to now that is set up online. I think it's called heloappstore.com. When you go to your Helo app on your phone, there's a little you can maybe see it right there. It can't. Okay. Well, anyhow. It's there and you can click it. And there are apps that are there, but you can't get them yet. There's going to be all kinds of different apps. And then it's opened up other people that are app creators that can actually create apps for the Helo, and they're going to participate in the revenue as we will too. The apps that are now, they're free, but just like the App Store with Apple and the Google Play Store, there's going to be some apps there that you're going to have to pay to get, whether it's $1 or $2 or $5 or whatever, and we're going to be able to participate in that revenue also. So that is very exciting news. Technology is speed, and money loves speed. And that chart that I showed at first about that is like spot on. We have everything. We've got the technology, we've got the speed, and we have got the income generating opportunity to do this, to take it to the top. Now, we're keeping it very, very simple in how we market. And we're doing it, and I've got to go back a little bit about Ed Torres. The sponsor that we found, that we looked for, somebody didn't tell us about this business, and there's other people on the call that weren't told about the business too. They found it on their own. And it puts someone in a unique position where you've got to go out and find a sponsor. And we had certain criteria for looking for somebody that we wanted to work with. We wanted somebody really that was integrity. We wanted somebody that was honest and the utmost integrity. We wanted somebody that was going to be there, that was part of a team that was going to help us and work together and take us into wherever our future visions are individually. And we wanted somebody that wasn't jumping around from this deal to that deal. And that's how we found Ed on the internet, searching for a leader. And he was one of the founding distributors in the United States for World. God, you know, he's been through a lot. Can you imagine? I mean, some people say they haven't heard of us, but imagine Ed, the arrows he has to pick out of his butt. But what happened was in this past February, there was a big launch for the Hilo in Florida, and we flew down. We stayed with Ed and Marie, had an awesome, awesome time. Thank you so much. We've become friends, which is what this business is about. But anyhow, we went to see how the leaders were doing it, because in anything in life, you want to learn more to be better. That's everything. Personal development. You've got to learn more to be better. And they had developed a quick 2-minute video. So we came home and we replicated that. And and I think Ed can agree with this too, but in the amount of time that George and I worked the business from August 11th until we came back in February, the growth that we saw in our business when we started to implement the 2-minute video just went off the charts. It was unbelievable because it's duplicatable. A lot of people are afraid to pick up the phone. You know, you have to teach them a lot of things. And in today's age of texting and Facebook messaging and all these things, it makes it very easy for the average person to go out there and find their 2 people, because that's all you need is 2 people to do this business. You know, it's like, yes, you know, there's some people like we are on this call, and we want more than 2 because we see the vision. But the fact of the matter is, you only need 2. That's all you need. So how do you do that? All right, this was one that I brought back from Florida. This is what some people are texting out or calling and saying. If you knew that by the year 2020, there would be an emerging tech market worth $34 billion in revenue, and if you could have the #1 technology product in that entire revenue space, would you want to know more about it? That's it. You can take a picture of it or whatever. I should put this on our Facebook page under files. I think I'll do that. Okay. What happened here? Or all I want you to do is watch this 2-minute video, and if it makes business sense to you, give me a call. That's a good one to do if you're talking to a friend and you're catching up and things, and say, hey, look, all I want you to do is watch this video. If it makes business sense to you, give me a call. Or OMG, have you seen this? I've used this on personal friends. You know, just OMG, have you seen this? Boom, send out the video. I don't do it on people that are acquaintances, because they're going to think that you're, you know, have ulterior motives and selling. And we're not selling. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay. This is probably my favorite one that I use right here. Have you seen this new wearable technology yet? Fox News said it's one of the top 5 products for 2017, and we are bringing it to the U.S. Would love your feedback. Watch this and I will fill in the blanks, and then you put the video there. There's a lot of different little things that, you know, George or Ed, if they want to add anything that you personally say at this point, George?
I would just like to say that I always make it a point that the prospect knows that they are looking for a business opportunity, that I'm showing them a business opportunity. I'm not trying to sell them a Hilo, so I'm very careful in my wording, because I want them to know that I'm looking for a business associate to help me launch this technology into the U.S.
Yes.
So I don't really like just OMG. Have you seen this yet? Unless it's a really, really close friend that understands that I'm that business person, because I want them to understand that I'm looking for a business person. I'm looking for somebody who wants a business opportunity. So I make that really clear when I'm sending them that information.
Yes, early adopters, totally. Now we have different ways to expose people to the video. One is a replicating website, which is not your World Global Network website, which you get for free forever as long as you're in the business. There's 3 different plans, $20, $30, and $40 a month. This is totally voluntary. You don't have to do it. It's optional. Thank you. Optional. Good word. I've created a YouTube playlist also, which is free, and Helo.life, which is free also. The thing about Helo.life is they've changed a little bit, and we're trying to figure out a way that we can kind of move away from it. Okay. Sorry about the phone.
It might be somebody trying to get in.
Okay. So if you want the replicating website, you go to buildingglobalwealth.helo.life/getsite.html. Now, the original 2-minute video, I created little links right here. These are the YouTube links. tinyurl.com/Helo2minute. World has created a new 5-minute video, which is really, really good. I like it. I think it's really good. It's a new 5 World, sorry about that typo, video. And the shortcut is tinyurl.com/World 5-minute. Now all 4 of these are in a playlist. So if you send them directly to one of these, all those other 3 are going to be there, so they could choose to watch it or not. So, I wanted to keep them together and also to keep them in that section. I don't want them to, I try to create it so they're not going shopping other places. Now, the most important part is follow-up. Follow-up is the most important key in any business, anything you do. Even doctors follow up. You need to follow up. Follow up in 24 hours after you send out the video. Then 72, and then a week. And then after a week, what we do, George and I do, if you want to go ahead and tell them what we do at this point.
Yeah, I think the follow-up is probably the biggest downfall of most people. They send out a lot of videos, they call back, and they don't know really where to take the person next. So really what we're looking for is finding out if there's an interest. If there's an interest, what are your questions, okay? Then what you can do is guide them to the next step, which is a 3-way call with your upline, with your partners. We find that a lot of people try to do this on their own, and they really end up failing because they don't show their prospects that there's leadership and other people doing the business. And I also recommend that we move them toward a webinar. The very next thing you want to do is get them to a webinar. Remembering that not everybody thinks like us. We are early adopters. We see the vision. We expect everybody to see the vision the same. They don't. We need to move people toward the webinars. That should be your very next step. When somebody starts asking you questions, you want to say, hey, hang on a minute. Instead of me wasting a lot of your time, another 30, 40 minutes trying to explain it, I really don't have a lot of time right now. What's a great time for you? When can we speak? When can we talk? And that's when they give you a time. That's when you're going to get back to your upline, your sponsors, and you're going to make that appointment with them to be on that call or to do that webinar for them at that point.
Yes.
It's
in our business, it's critical that people know and see that they're part of a team, part of a community. And also what it does too, whenever you don't sit there and try to tell them everything, is they're thinking, well, I don't have to know this. If you sit there and you tell them everything, they're thinking in the back of their head, gee, I have to know all this before I can do anything. And it slows down everything because they're thinking that they have to know that, well, okay, I can't do this until I read this manual and know all it's no. Keep it simple.
You know, I got to go. I want to keep on going there because, you just said critical to your business. The minute that you start talking to somebody and start explaining everything to them without putting them through the simple videos, the webinar, you're done. Okay. If you start talking and talking and talking to them, what happens is they say, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
I don't have time. And that's the first excuse they'll come up with because I don't want to call people and sell people. They don't want to do that for 30 minutes. What they want is an easy system. So you have to make them understand from the beginning that this is a business opportunity. They get the 5-minute video, then they come back and you ask them some questions and you say, look, if you're interested, let me show you the rest of this. What time can we get together for another 15 minutes, maybe at the most? When can I, or what can I send you next?
And at that point, you need someone else on the phone.
Absolutely. And you're not asking for permission at that point. You're just setting an appointment. Who's on that call at that appointment is just having an expert there for them.
Yeah. And it's really simple. There's a lot of different things that you can say, but for instance, this is a really great one. And I use it a lot when I call somebody or somebody happens to call me, I'll say, you won't believe this. I'm on the phone with Edwin Torres, my business partner in Miami, and your name came up.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, put him on the phone, and here you are. And then you validate. You always validate the prospect first. And you just pick out some good qualities, what they do, a little bit of what they do, and then you validate the senior partner.
Yeah.
And then you shut up. That's it. You let the senior partner take over because what you're doing is in the back of that prospect's mind, they're thinking, I don't have to know anything. Somebody else is going to do the talking for me. Okay? Really, really critically.
I'll tell you that, and go back just for a second, Vic. I'm sorry. Right here, guys, the 24 hours, the 72 hours, the reason we're going to the 72 hours is because they didn't answer the phone on the 24-hour call. The reason we're going from the 72 hours to the 1 week is because they still didn't answer the phone. And 1 week, if we haven't spoken to that person, we leave a message, very nice message. We tell them that we appreciate them taking a look at our opportunity. We're very busy, and we understand at this point they're not interested, and we're going to go ahead and take them off the list. That's what I tell them. I'm taking you off the list. And it's done. And we never discuss the business again. We don't do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because with the video pass out, we don't have to waste a single moment on hesitation. We don't have to go through any negativity. That's the whole reason for the video pass out. When people start seeing how we're doing it, they understand that they have time. As a matter of fact, if somebody says, I don't have time, I'm going to say, it was a 2-minute video. I gave you a 2-minute video. That's all the time there is. That's all there is. What do you mean you don't have time? You do this 3 times a day, you're done. Okay, so anyway, go ahead, guys. We're just wanted to talk,
All right, now the webinar schedule. We have changed it to Monday through Thursday. We used to do Sunday through Friday. We've changed this because it's going to be better because at the bottom here you can see any other times, just call and we're ready to go, period. So Monday at 7:30, worldspacemeet.world, that's our webinar page. And then Ed's webinar page is usaworldteam.info, which is also the Saturday morning training call. He does one also Monday through Thursday. Spanish is at 9 and English is at 10. Eastern time. You can adjust for your time zone. And I've got to emphasize, any other time, just call. We're ready to go. I went to the store the other day. I called George CBD. He said, "What's up? I gotta go." And he was actually doing a webinar for somebody else, because we're right there, because this is what we do. We are ready, and we're here for your success.
Susan Wade, shout out to Susan Wade. I'm going to tell you something. She was in Hawaii, and I get a text. I need you to do this webinar for this client, you know. And then when she came back, she was like, "Sorry, I put that on you." I'm like, "No,
That's what
that was perfect. Perfect. You did exactly what you were supposed to do." She's having great success because she's moving the people to the next level. She's taking it out of her hands, putting it into our hands,
Yes.
and that's what we do. And I'll take it out of my hands and I'll put it into Ed's hands.
Yeah.
You know, and he loves it. We all love it.
And we work together.
And we work together because now we're doing a team thing.
Now I got to ask you a question, George.
Sure.
Speaking about Susan, does she have her helo yet?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. How long were we in the business building before we got ours?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
I'm saying this because when you're looking for early adopters, and you have the excitement level and the belief, and you see where this is going to take you, you know, you're building. We are launching. We're launching, and the people that see the vision are going to see it, whether you have the helo or not. Oh yeah, I have gotten people with my helo. There's no doubt, but I got business builders without the helo before it was on my wrist.
Yes.
And, you know, and I just wanted to say that because I know that right now the company, the reason why it took it so long is because they were launching the Helo Classic. And now with the launch of the Helo LX, they're, you know, you think about it, they've got to, first of all, in the first 6 months, we sold 100,000 Helos. The first 6 weeks of the Helo Classic, the first 6 weeks of the Helo LX, we sold 200,000. Okay, so that would just totally blew all the figures out of the water, and they had to retool all the machines to be able to market and manufacture the LX. In addition, they did twice as many in 6 weeks as they did in 6 months, so their projections were off. And so it's taken a little bit of time to get everything back up and running. But from what I understand, the Helos in 2 more, by the end of 2 weeks, is it?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Everybody's going to be getting their Helo like they did after the launch of the Classic within a week
Couple
or so,
days.
10 days.
It was like 2-3 days.
Yeah. So anybody that hasn't gotten their Helo yet, just that's okay.
You know, and I gotta say here, and by the way, Christine, no, we can't find it Helo LX. We're like, nobody has one. They're like, hey, we could sell them for $1,000, you know.
And all our classics are out. I mean, they're out in the field. So
we've even got these loaned out, you know.
Yes.
But I wanted to say here, you know, we could go on forever. We got to move a little bit quicker here. But I just wanted to say at this early adopter, I want to make this point again, is this. When I'm talking to people and they say, I got to see one or whatever they're saying, and they're all saying to everybody, I come back and say, this is the reason I'm calling you. Because this is so new. People don't even have them yet. This is a launch. This is timing. Timing in this industry is everything. It is everything. It's what everybody always dreams about. It's what everybody always says they wish would happen to them. Now here it is. And they're saying, I want to wait for the product. And you got to tell them that. You have to say, well, you don't want to wait for the product. You want to be before it even gets here.
No, not to interrupt you, but you know, just take me back to in the beginning whenever we started on this adventure, and we didn't have anything either.
Yep.
And so what we did was we got those people. We actually got Ed on a webinar just like this because he had products already. He had the Helo. He had the world phone. He had all these things that even has the space glasses, the computer glasses. So we validated the product through that.
We'd say, Ed, show us this.
Yeah.
And Ed would
Yeah.
go like that, and everybody like, ooh, oh, yeah, I can't believe it. You really are one.
So
You see, because
a lot of
On
times,
that note, I want to
Yeah.
share my experience. You know, what you talked about earlier, Vicky, about me getting the arrows in my butt. Okay.
yeah.
We launched. Well, we did the pre-launch in the USA a little bit before the 2015, and then in 2015 we opened up for kind of like a pre-launch business, so that we had a product that they can order.
Yeah.
We had commissions that we could make through those products also. And one of the first products that we had the opportunity to join with, because World is all about having the opportunity to order something from the company that they have available, and we participate from that point forward in an official capacity, you know, as an official distributor. The first thing I ordered was the World phones, okay, the one that they had available at that time. And the interesting thing was that from like January to April, when we did the official ribbon cutting here in Miami, actually right across the street from here, the delays, you know, there were a lot of delays, a lot of issues with bringing the products to the US, because this was actually one of the first, you know, projects that they had a country launch at the same time they were launching a product, an actual product, because before they had more like services, more like technology services that they were delivering online. So now they had an actual product, a tangible product, and shipping and all, you know, all the headaches that come along with that. And we want to make it very clear. This is training, so you can understand what happens behind the scenes, what happens on the scene, and what happens after the scene. We're getting the full picture here. And I remember when we did the launch that I was invited with the company's leadership to be at that event. Okay, we were about 10 that were invited. I still hadn't gotten my first product I had ordered. Okay, it was still delayed. It was still lost in the shipping or something. And I remember going to the event, everyone or most of those people with the World phone. I still had an iPhone on my hand, and just kind of talking about that at that event and at the launch big event that we had at the Ritz-Carlton in Miami. You know, I didn't have my phone. If you look at pictures of me sitting at the VIP table, there's an iPhone on the table. And I didn't have it. My girlfriend didn't have her phone either. But we had a team, and we had the vision that everything would fall into place, because I didn't get mine. And I'm glad I didn't, because I could share that story today. I could have very easily said, okay, there were people receiving the phones that weren't invited to the event. They weren't at the level that I had recruited, that I had built my business.
Yeah.
Okay? And they received their phones 2-3 months before me. Okay. And the interesting thing was that they didn't have the business building that I had already accomplished, even without the phone. Okay. So I didn't let that delay hold me back from what I wanted to achieve, because I believed in the company's vision. Okay? And having vision is seeing what you don't touch, what you can't see in front of you, but you can imagine in the future. And I remember after that event, about a day later, 2 days later, I got a call that my phone was available eventually across the street. And I remember going to pick it up and sitting down with the CEO and the co-founder, Alessandro and Fabio, and getting my phone. And it was a great event. For me, that was a very monumental event for me, because not only did I get my phone, but I got it directly from the CEO and the co-founder. You know, that's a pretty cool thing, you know, to have that type of contact with these great leaders in the MLM, direct sales, technology industry. So that's my story. okay? That's the truth. That's fact. When you meet Fabio, you can talk about it, and I can talk about it. And today, I'm sharing that with you because, you know, I had the business and I had the vision. And eventually, I have a picture where I have all of my phones that I had from the company that I received. I have my, like Vicky said before, my space glasses, my other phone, my third phone, and now my, you know, my Hilo. I have my portfolio of world goodies, you know, the world tech goodies, you know, that I got. Yes, I got them all. Yes, my business is growing. And yes, it was a little difficult at the beginning. So it does happen, but those that understand that this is a real business, and all businesses have those types of, you know, hiccups at the beginning. You know, I like to make an example. If you open up a grocery store and you're looking for that grand opening, and you have the grand opening, and for some reason that day the electricity did not work, are you going to just scrap everything and say, I'm not doing the grand opening, I'm going to lose money for the rest of the week because the electric company is not going to turn it on for another week or a couple days? No. I would open my grocery store, have the event, look at the glass half full instead of half empty, and maybe sell potato chips and dry goods from the grocery store. I'm not going to be selling meats and cold beer or cold soda, but I will be selling something out of my grocery store and making the best out of the situation. That's just me. Okay, I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm glad Vicky brought up the fact that I have all my goodies. I have all those products.
Yeah.
And I didn't get them all within a week or a couple days. I know that, you know. So let's carry on. Thank you so much.
Well, you know, that's another point I want to make is, you know, we told our story, Ed's telling his story, and this is a business of stories. So how you do your business is your story. And so you know, it's like, that is everything. You know, your story, you have to have a story, why you're doing this. And then because you have your why you're doing it, then you're going to figure out how to do it. Okay, this is why I'm doing it. Okay, this is why I'm doing it. Okay, this is what I've got to do to get there. And during that is where your story is created. Ed knew he wanted to do this. He knew why he wanted to do this. And he went forward, even though there wasn't even an office in the country whenever he started. It's pretty amazing.
And each week, all we ask every week, Ed asks, we ask, is let us help tell the story.
Yes.
Bring them to us and let us tell our stories with you.
Yes.
Because we are a business of stories. And if we get these stories out, we'll build.
Yes.
We'll build. Here's our numbers.
Yes, this is our phone numbers. Take a picture, write them down, whatever. We are available for 3 ways anytime. You should, you know, I mean, if you have somebody on the phone, you can try to get in touch with us right there at that second if it's crucial. But, you know, it's best you text, say, hey, I've got somebody at 3 o'clock. Are you available? And that's another thing, too, that I want to mention also. When you're scheduling calls in, because the more we grow, the busier we're all going to get, is if you have somebody that you need a 3-way with a senior partner, if you put these 3 phone numbers in your phone and you text all of us
At one time.
I have y'all at one time. I have a 3-way at 1 o'clock. Are you available? And the first person to respond is the person that you will do
That
the
you take.
3-way with.
The first
And
person to
that's it.
respond, that's who you take.
And then, you know, and that's it. Because then that way there's no, oh, well, this person's busy or whatever. Just do it all at one time. I have one at 1 o'clock. Who's available? That's it. Anyone can do this. It's a system for everyone. You just capture the vision, you share it out. The whole thing makes total sense. It works. It's, you know, it works with your phone. I mean, this is our office. There's no more. It's our phone. We can do this anywhere. I haven't figured out how to do a webinar on the phone yet, but, you know, that's okay.
We need the 5.5.
We just, you know, you just send the video to your friends. That's it. That's it. And teach them to duplicate the same
The
thing.
three-way call afterwards. You know what, guys? We're going to go. I'm going to go ahead. It's getting late. We all know on this call the 3 steps that we need to take to become successful. You know, bottom line is we got to get our product package. You know, we got to get 2 people involved in the business, whether they buy 1 Hilo or if they buy a family pack. That's going to determine what the income's going to be. And when we get them to get there too, we're going to become a team developer. The reason I'm moving so fast is because Ed has some very unique information I like for people to get. So I'm just going to kind of go through this, guys. Once you become a team developer, you know, you're done. There's no more qualifications, okay? We don't have any nonsense. You know, something just happened the other day. We were talking about placing orders. And, you know, we don't have that issue. Once we get, every time we take a position with this company, it's for life, okay? If you get a distributorship, you get your free website, you're now a member for life. You get into the position as a team builder. You have your 2 people. You're in a position to get paid. You know, you may never become a team developer, but you could actually have 100 people go down your left and 100 people go down your right. You're going to get paid. You don't even, you know, but to become a team developer, then it opens up your whole world to matching bonuses and generations and pool business, you know, millionaire pool. And I really like you to understand that all these positions become lifetime. And, you know, we just got some really good information put out. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I thought I'd just share it. It's on the website. But I just wanted to share this with you to just let you know where we are, how early this is. You know, if we have, and I just wanted to show you people that have a title. What is this? You become a team developer. After team developer, if you put $100 on your left and $100 on your right, 1 week, you become a silver, okay? In the United States and Canada, there's 339 silvers as of March 31st. As of March 31st, if you do $2,000 on your left and $2,000 on your right in a week, in 1 week in volume, you become a gold. Now,
No, go ahead.
when you come, sorry. We have 162 golds. That's it. Think about what we're showing you here. This is so brand new. There are less people in this sheet than the last company that I worked with. I would go to a meeting and they would have the awards, and you would wait an hour for the, for the lapis to walk by. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even have that many people in the whole organization in pin titles. This is really exciting.
Yeah.
And we're 5 years old, guys. We're not going out of business by any means. But this is what we got to tell our people. This is the things you got to tell the people you're prospecting now. The new people that are looking at this and saying, I'm waiting. If they're waiting, and they're going to wait for the momentum, and that's when 80% of the people join. Those are the people that never really make a lot of money. Sorry, it's
you don't
true.
take them off your list.
This is where you really want to be right now. Ed, I'm going to let you take over from here. Just amazing.
Let me see here. Okay.
Let me stop the screen share, and you can take over.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's go potty.
There you go.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, Ed.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you
All right.
see me?
Yes, I can see the world opportunity.
Very good. Okay. And basically what I want to go over this morning is in your back office, we all have this presentation, okay? And I was looking over it the last couple of days. The company had the compliance kits that they loaded to your back office. If you guys don't know, when you get into your back office, when you go to member kit, where all the presentations are, there's compliance kit there. There's different forms that you can download and kind of get a guidance on how to promote our product and our company. And that's very important because the company is going into this critical phase of growth right now. And if we maintain those parameters, those borders of staying in compliant, we will have not only the #1 MLM company in the world, which I feel we do have at this point, but we will be here for a very, very long time, okay? And the company's product and the compensation plan is so compelling, we don't have to sugarcoat it. It's as sweet as it can give you diabetes right now. Okay, we need that glucose monitoring thing real quick. Okay, and I'm going to go over this presentation. It takes probably 10 minutes if you guys really go through it. I'm going to go through it really, really quick so you know it's in your back office. You can download this to your phone. You can breeze through it while you're sitting down somewhere waiting for something and kind of get all the information that's there. If you read through the slides, it's just fantastic information. That factual information that, #1, will get the message. #2, will get the proper information to people's hands and eyes, and they will understand the bigness of what this company is. Okay, so this is in your back office. When we train, we kind of take this to another level, but really this is the basic fundamentals of what we have, the blueprint. Okay, so it's in your back office. It's in Spanish, it's in English, it's in a couple other languages that you can download it for your people. And this is the official presentation. Now, the first page you come across when you start talking about this to your friends is all of these qualities are coming together. They're coming together to offer a very unique and just exclusive opportunity, okay? Because we have a company, we have a management, we have a comp plan, we have trends that are in our favor, we have a team that is second to none, we have products that are one of a kind, and the timing, it's today, it's social, it's viral. We have everything in our favor, okay? So you look at this page, and that's all you need to know. All of these great qualities in a company, we have for a lifetime of membership, okay? And we start with our CEO. We know his story. We know where he's been, 20 years. He has huge success, okay? We can talk about his success, how he created the first company at 22, okay? His second company at 25, and all the great success that he's had. But everything is on this page, okay? So we understand what this page represents, okay? What do we have? We have a global opportunity. Guys, some companies take years before opening up another country. George and Vicky, am I right on that?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
How difficult is to go international with other companies?
It's almost impossible. You really have to have a tremendous amount of income already, because you have to spend many months to maybe even years to get it set up, to get the company focused in enough to get to make it legal, and sometimes it doesn't even work. So yeah, this is.
And we have a global opportunity from day one.
Yes.
From day one. Okay, your team could be having the first 2 members in Dubai from day one, or Denver. Okay,
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Okay, the compensation plan is basically the same internationally, so there's no major differences here. Okay, so we're located in the USA, but we're operating in almost 200 countries with regional offices, 13 worldwide offices to address those regions. So we have local support in those areas, okay? That in itself is what international development in other companies becomes a 4 or 5 year plan. We're already there, okay? Publicly traded company, open book, okay? Check out the stock. It'll tell you where we've been and where we're going, okay? That's all I have to say. Unstoppable growth. What I've seen, and Vicky and George can attest to this, what we've seen in the last few months has quadrupled what we've seen in the 9 months before that, okay? In the last 2 years before that. So we're in that great growth mode right now where everyone is looking at us. And why? Okay? Why? Because we're a AAA plus company in business from home. Okay? That means a lot when you're looking at an opportunity. Okay? There's no games here. Okay? Just an opportunity. Okay? 100 solid companies in those lists, the top list there, 150 top earners in the world. In 5 years, we have people in the top earners in the world. Not just top earners, millionaire earners, okay? And those are facts. Look at our leadership, okay? Those names are there because it has been achieved already, okay? With your efforts and your vision and your hard work, yes, you can do it too, okay? So we have all of these great accolades, and we haven't even started growing in the US. We're just beginning, okay? So the growth is there. You know, I look at this chart here with the critical mass here. Just before the critical mass, there were 10 millionaires in the company in the first 3 years, 4 years, okay? Then you have this huge momentum, and that's going to multiply even faster because now we're moving at a more rapid rate. So the timing, yeah.
Ed, can I jump in there real quick
Go
and
ahead.
just say that pioneering stage, that formulation stage to that little red dot there, when you go into critical mass, the company will be doing about $50 million a month in sales when that happens. You just had the last slide that said we're at 150 million. Okay, so we still have 300 million to go. You talk about timing. You know, we're creating millionaires in a pioneering stage. Incredible. Incredible. We're actually having critical mass in pioneering stage.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And we still have 300 million to go. Guys, goodness.
And our technology, we're not competing with anyone. We're not. We're not competing with Fitbit. We're not competing with Apple. We're not competing with Garmin. We're not competing with any of those companies. We are our own competition. And no one's getting near us. No one. There's no MLM direct sales company out there that can do what we do. They're congested in a whole category of different things trying to make it. We are on our own, okay? So we are in the wearable technology, but we are exclusive to the direct sales industry within that market, which is a $34 billion market prediction on that, according to all these publications, okay? So that huge market that they're predicting, we're the only company that gives you an opportunity to benefit from that. The only one. Think about that for a minute, okay? $34 billion market predictions from all these top business publications, and we're the only company that gives you an opportunity to share in that success, okay? The growth is evident, okay? Those that are here, we're going to benefit from it. Not only today, but in years to come, okay? What is Hilo? We all know it's a great device. A device can do many things for not only you, but your family. And a simple bracelet that we order, we get for ourselves, for our family members, puts you in this driver's seat automatically. By the way, the driver's seat is for life. So your business is yours with that simple order from that initial purchase, okay? Great device. We look at these pages. We can just look at, you can monitor, you can take your data, you can share your information, you can have the panic button at your disposal, you have the germanium stones, all of the apps that are available. You see the App Store just went live, all of the great apps that are coming our way. the connections. You get free connections with your Hilo. Oh, by the way, if you want more connections, we have a Pro plan, okay? And then we have the Hilo Pro plan, the loyalty plan, where they give you 5 Pro plans, okay? You can share that. Biozen, in just the best product that I've seen anywhere. Why? We're the only ones that can do this also. The only product in the world that does this electrosmog protection for yourself. Okay? It's already been verified. It's already been tested. This is not just something like, yeah, we could probably do something. This is the only product in the world that actually does this, and it's already been verified. Okay? Protects you against electrosmog. Okay? Eventually, everyone's going to get the information on this, and when it starts coming out, people are going to say, oh, wait a minute. How can we protect? Oh, yeah, we've been protecting people for the last couple of years on this. Okay? We're already here. Great product. Great product. Okay? Now, we've seen how it works. We've seen how it can protect you, and we've seen that it's been verified, and we're the only ones who have it. So, a fantastic add-on that we have in our business. By the way, anyone in the world can buy this from your website, and you get paid. Okay? Now, our system, compensation system, business opportunity, it's a freebie, okay? Because you order that product, you order those Hilos, those Biozens, you have a business. You have a business. You have a business opportunity. So, because you order a single Hilo, maybe a family pack or a premium pack, or the Biozens, you have a business opportunity. You became a member for life, okay? And you can promote that business to anyone. Your first customer, you have your first percentages coming in, your 10% on those first customers. Your second customer, another 10%, and now you unlock the team. Your third, fourth, you just keep earning from that group forever. Okay? Show me a business that's this generous, okay? And your group does the same thing, and guess what? You also benefit from that also, okay? And you get double benefits because now you become a team developer. Now you get all those matching bonuses and everything else along with that development of your team, okay? And as that team grows from your initial 2 sponsors, 2 sales, you will be recognized through our ranking system, okay? Doesn't say you have to go recruit other people to get recognized. It just says wait for your team to grow, or maybe help them grow faster and get recognized, okay? The matching bonuses going down 10 generations, that's huge. That's a huge bonus that you get simply because you helped your 2 get their 2, and now you're a team developer, okay? As your team grows, you go down these levels. From those 2, as it grows from those 2, by 2, by 2, by 2, you go down these levels. Imagine that, okay? Our loyalty plan, the best loyalty membership optional program that I've seen in the industry, okay? They actually give you 75 points. I mean, most companies give you 10, 20 points that you can buy products later on with everything that you get from these companies. Our company is giving you $75 points, loyalty points, for every 59 monthly membership that you have, okay? And you get the Hilo Pro plan times 5, so you have 5 people you can share the Pro plan with, so they get all those advanced connections. You get the protection plan, okay? Anything happens to your Hilo, you get all of that replaced, okay? You get your space system, WebMeet, cloud service. Oh, and by the way, the extra percentage at the end of the year from all of your earnings from that team because you kept this active for a year, okay? That's just an extra bonus. And you get residuals on all of these membership plans in your group, whether they're your direct people or your people's direct people. It doesn't matter. It's your team. You still get the benefits from your team. So this presentation is in the back office, resumes. The last page here is revolutionary company. We know it's simple, easy to join, no chargebacks, great opportunity in 200, almost 200 countries. No requalifications. You have your two, they get their two, and that keeps going, and you keep getting paid. Amazing. Okay, and no monthly shipping charges. We don't buy products every month. We don't get deliveries every month. No games. Okay, timing is everything. Speed is money. Like Vicki talked about that before. Okay, this is great. You have a business that's open. As fast as you get the word out there that you have a business and it's open for business, people will come your way. Okay, I came up with something. I've heard this before. Everyone has heard this before, and it's so applicable to what we have here. Give and you shall receive. Give this information. Share the video, and you will receive phone calls. You will receive text messages. You will receive answers from those messages asking for more information. Okay, so the key is to follow up with those messages with a question. Did you see the video? Do you watch it? And follow up with your website so they can order it when they see it, because it doesn't matter if you send a nice video and they get excited and they don't know where to go and order it. So you make sure you send your website, which you get with the company, automatically as you order your Hilo, you're going to get that website. Use it. You have it. It's a global website. So if you send a video to your friend in the UK, in Dubai, in Japan, wherever, send them your website. So they have an opportunity to get it if they choose to at that point. Okay, that's it. That presentation is in your back office. You can download it. You can use it to show people if they want more information. You're sitting next to them, or they want the presentation. You can send this to them by email or something like that, and they have all of the information at their fingertips. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, Ed. You said a couple things that I just want to finish up here. When you were talking about your website and directing people there, when you're on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, even Instagram, when you're sharing a post, remember to always include your world website. So, because if you share a post, who knows who's going to see it, and if your website is not there, you're not going to, they'll just go find somebody else. So always, always, always include your website. And then you said something about Japan. We're opening Japan. We just opened the Philippines. So who do you know? Who do you know? Where's your favorite sushi bar? That's it for me. George, you have anything else to say?
That's it. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here on your Easter weekend. The road, we were talking about this yesterday. The road to Diamond has no holiday.
All right, guys. Does anybody have any questions at all about what we talked about today? Anybody have issues at all?
Yeah, this is Harry.
Hey, Harry.
Has everyone seen the latest from Chad and Nadia?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. That's an amazing video.
We're at the conference out in California, and they're discussing about what's coming up at the next get-together with you folks.
Yes.
They're coming out with the phones. They're coming out with the phones. The phones don't have any electro problem.
Yes. It's the EMF, the electrosmog blocker or whatever is in the phone. Only phone in the world that has that, by the way. And the only way you can get the phone for now is to get to Bangkok.
We've got 4 tickets here. You guys all know the 4-ticket rule, right?
I'm not going to Bangkok.
Well, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I don't know what he said.
Christine?
I have one more question though when they're done.
Yes, go
I
ahead.
thought I heard somebody say they're not going to Bangkok.
I know.
That was me!
What else, Harry?
Okay.
What else you have, Harry? Go ahead, Harry.
Okay, I have my own replicated website through you folks that I got for you guys. And with that, I created the email using what you had talked about. Have you seen this? And, you want to pursue it and all that. So I set up my own automatic email with them. However, it doesn't go out immediately. You're put in a queue and it goes out whenever. And they can't give me a date. Just they said it's quick. But anyway, I'm in a queue. But I know that realtors and other people have the ability to, if they have a lot of people's information, create it in Word and then in turn send out automatic emails. Does anyone know how to do that
You know,
on their own without putting it in a queue?
I don't, as far as information going out right away, I don't really concern myself that much with that because, for me, that is like to keep us in their mind. For me, when I send out a video, I am doing the follow-up. I am going right away and calling them and getting them on the phone and getting them on a three-way or getting them on a webinar. Because that whole, the autoresponder thing is just, just to keep them in the funnel, to keep them
To the nose.
up to date.
For the nose.
So, as far as, doing it faster than what they do it, like I said, I would probably reach out to them and ask them that because it's for me personally, it's unimportant because I want to, I want to get on the phone. I want to talk to them. Anything else? Well, happy Easter, everyone.
Yeah, same here. Happy Easter, everyone.
Okay,
All right, Harry.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great Easter weekend.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye.
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 Outreach, Market Street.